Have you ever felt stuck in life? Like you're just going through the motions without truly living? Maybe you've set goals year after year, but somehow, by the time December rolls around, you're still in the same place, feeling frustrated, disappointed, and wondering where it all went wrong. If this sounds familiar, don't worry, you're not alone. Many of us feel this way at some point in our lives. But here's the good news. You have the power to change it. 2025 can be your year of transformation. The year you break free from old patterns and reinvent yourself. And no, I'm not talking about chasing trends, setting unrealistic resolutions, or looking for quick fixes. True reinvention comes from within, from building habits that align with your values, your purpose, and your vision for a better life. In this video, we'll explore 10 Stoic habits that have stood the test of time. Habits rooted in a philosophy that has guided some of the greatest minds in history, from Marcus Aurelius to modern thinkers. These habits are not just theories. They are practical tools to help you master your mind, take control of your emotions, and create the life you want, no matter the challenges you face. So, whether you're looking for clarity, resilience, or a fresh start, this is your roadmap to not just survive in 2025, but to thrive. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to take that first step toward becoming the best version of yourself. Sound good? Then let's dive in and start your journey of reinvention today. Habit number 1. Daily reflection. One of the simplest yet most effective habits you can start in 2025 is daily reflection. This practice was at the heart of Stoic philosophy, especially for one of its most well-known figures, Marcus Aurelius. Every day, Marcus would sit down and write in his journal, reflecting on his actions, thoughts, and emotions. He didn't just use this time to praise himself. He also examined where he could have done better, where his mind wandered, and how he could improve. Imagine the impact on your life if you started doing the same. The beauty of daily reflection is that it doesn't take much time, but the benefits compound over time. Every evening, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. This could be after dinner, before bed, or whenever you feel most relaxed. All you need is a simple notebook and a pen. Take 5 to 10 minutes to review your day. Think about the key moments. What went well today? Did you act in alignment with your values? What challenges did you face and how did you handle them? Were there moments when you could have reacted differently, more calmly or wisely? This isn't about beating yourself up or listing all the things you didn't do right. It's about learning from your experiences. The Stoics believed that self-awareness was the foundation for growth. By examining our actions, we can understand what drives us, what holds us back, and how to take better control of our future. It's a chance to celebrate your successes, but more importantly, it's a tool for improvement. You might realize that certain triggers cause you stress, or that you've been neglecting what truly matters in your life. The insights you gain from this daily practice will give you a clearer sense of direction. As you get into the habit, you'll find it easier to take responsibility for your actions and start to see patterns in your behavior. You'll also notice how your mindset shifts. Small, daily reflections help you course correct in real time, instead of waiting until a major issue arises. And the best part? This practice only takes 5 to 10 minutes, but over time, it will shape you into someone more intentional and self-aware. You'll become someone who doesn't just react to life, but actively shapes it. You'll enter 2025 not just hoping for change, but intentionally creating it every single day through this powerful habit of reflection. Habit number 2. Negative visualization. One of the core principles of Stoicism is negative visualization, which simply means imagining worst-case scenarios. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would I want to imagine the worst? The answer is simple. By visualizing potential setbacks, you're actually preparing yourself mentally and emotionally for life's challenges. It's a way of building resilience. Think about it. Let's say you've just landed your dream job. You're excited, full of energy, and ready to crush it. But what if things don't go as planned? What if you face setbacks like difficult coworkers or an unexpected project failure? By practicing negative visualization, you can mentally rehearse how you'd respond to these situations. It's not about dwelling on negativity, but rather about building a mindset where setbacks don't throw you off track. For example, take a moment each day to think about something you care about deeply, your career, your relationships, or your health, and imagine the worst-case scenario. What would happen if you lost it? How would you feel? And most importantly, how would you handle it? This simple exercise allows you to realize that, while these situations might be difficult, they're not impossible to overcome. It helps you detach emotionally from the outcome and focus on the things that truly matter: how you respond. So, here's your action step. Every morning or night, take 3 to 5 minutes to sit in stillness and imagine a potential setback. Picture it clearly, don't rush through it. Then visualize how you would stay calm, act with purpose, and move forward. The goal isn't to stress yourself out, but to train your mind to stay steady when life challenges you. By adopting the Stoic habit, you'll not only build emotional resilience but also become someone who is unshaken by the uncertainties of life, ready to face whatever comes your way in 2025 and beyond. Habit number 3. Focus on what you can control. In life, we often find ourselves stressed and overwhelmed by things that are beyond our control. Whether it's a rude comment from someone, an unexpected setback at work, or even the weather ruining your plans, there are countless situations where we feel helpless. But here's the key. Stoics teach us to focus only on what we can control and let go of everything else. Imagine this for a moment. You're stuck in traffic, and you're already running late for an important meeting. You start feeling frustrated, maybe even angry. But here's the thing. You can't control the traffic. You can't change how long it takes to get to your destination. So what can you do? You can control how you respond. Instead of wasting energy on frustration, take a deep breath and use this time productively. You could listen to a podcast, practice deep breathing, or even prepare your thoughts for the meeting. The Stoics believed that the only thing we truly have control over is our own actions, thoughts, and responses. Everything else, other people, the world, the future, is beyond our influence. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. In our everyday lives, we often try to control things we simply can't, like the opinions of others or how a situation will unfold. But when we focus on what we can control, like our attitude, our actions, and our decisions, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and frustration. This mindset shift can change everything. Take a moment to think about your own life. Is there something that's been bothering you? Something you've been spending too much time worrying about? Ask yourself, can I control this? If the answer is no, let it go. Don't waste another minute of your energy on something you can't change. Instead, focus on what you can control. How you handle the situation, how you choose to think, and how you choose to move forward. Remember, Stoicism is not about denying challenges or pretending that life is perfect. It's about accepting the things we can't change and taking full responsibility for the things we can. This simple habit, focusing on what you can control, will help you reduce stress, stay calm under pressure, and ultimately lead a more peaceful and empowered life. So, whenever life throws something at you that's beyond your control, take a step back, refocus, and ask yourself, what can I control in this moment? By practicing the Stoic habit, you'll find yourself not only becoming more resilient, but also more in charge of your life and happiness. Habit number 4. Morning Stoic affirmations. One of the simplest yet most powerful habits you can adopt in 2025 is the practice of morning Stoic affirmations. The way you start your day can set the tone for everything that follows. Think about it. How often do you wake up feeling rushed, anxious, or already overwhelmed by the day ahead? In those first few moments, your mind is like a blank canvas. And if you don't intentionally fill it with positive, empowering thoughts, the chaos of the day will do it for you. The Stoics understood the power of controlling our inner world, and one of their greatest tools was the practice of morning reflection. For Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, the first moments of the day were essential for setting a calm, focused mindset. He often reflected on the nature of life, reminding himself that challenges would come, but it was how he responded to them that mattered. This same idea can be applied today by using affirmations, simple, deliberate statements you repeat to yourself in the morning to prime your mind for the day. To make this habit your own, all you need is a quiet moment when you wake up. Before you check your phone, before you get up and start moving, take a deep breath and set an intention for the day. Affirmations like, "I will face today with strength and clarity," or "I am in control of my thoughts and actions," will remind you that your mindset is the key to navigating whatever comes your way. These statements ground you in the present moment and help you align with your higher self. It's like giving your mind a little pep talk before the world starts throwing its challenges at you. Start small. Pick one affirmation that resonates with you and repeat it to yourself for 5 minutes each morning. Say it out loud, write it down, or simply reflect on it silently. The more you do this, the more it becomes a natural part of your routine. Over time, you'll begin to notice how these affirmations shift your perspective on the day. Rather than feeling overwhelmed, you'll feel empowered. Instead of reacting impulsively, you'll respond with calm and control. By adopting this simple Stoic habit, you're not just reinforcing a positive mindset. You're setting yourself up for a day of growth, focus, and resilience. Remember, in Stoicism, it's not the events of the day that determine your peace. It's how you prepare your mind to meet them. And morning affirmations are a powerful tool to help you do just that. This habit can be transformative for anyone looking to reinvent themselves in 2025. Try it for a week and see how it feels. Let your affirmations be the foundation for a day where you approach challenges with purpose and calm confidence. Habit number 5. Embrace discomfort. One of the most powerful habits you can develop is the ability to embrace discomfort. It might sound strange at first. Why would you want to put yourself through tough situations on purpose? But here's the thing. Discomfort is where growth happens. It's through pushing ourselves outside our comfort zones that we expand our limits and become better versions of ourselves. Stoics like Epictetus and Seneca believed that we should practice enduring discomfort to prepare ourselves for life's inevitable challenges. They didn't shy away from hardship, they sought it out. The idea is simple. By intentionally stepping into discomfort, whether physical, emotional, or mental, we build resilience and become better equipped to handle life's unpredictable nature. Think about it. When you try something difficult, like working out in the morning or taking on a challenging project at work, you feel uncomfortable at first. But with time, that discomfort becomes normal. It becomes a part of you. Eventually, what once felt difficult no longer challenges you the same way. You're stronger, more adaptable, and more prepared for whatever comes your way. Let's take the example of cold showers. It might sound extreme, but many Stoics practice something similar. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it trains your mind to push past the initial shock and discomfort. Over time, you build mental toughness. You prove to yourself that you can handle more than you thought possible. You can start small. Try waking up 30 minutes earlier than usual to do something productive, even if it's just stretching or reading. That extra bit of discomfort, that small sacrifice, will pay off in the long run. It's a small habit that trains you to push through resistance and get comfortable with discomfort. This habit teaches you that the more you avoid discomfort, the more you limit your growth. But when you face it head-on, you expand your potential. Remember, embracing discomfort doesn't mean seeking pain or hardship for the sake of it. It's about challenging yourself in ways that promote personal growth. Whether it's doing something outside your usual routine, having a tough conversation, or learning a new skill, discomfort is the gateway to reinvention. So, the next time you feel yourself avoiding something difficult, take a moment to pause and think about it. Ask yourself, what if I leaned into this discomfort? What if I used it as an opportunity to grow? This is the Stoic way, facing discomfort with courage and using it to build a better, stronger you. Habit number 6. Practice minimalism. In a world that's constantly trying to fill our lives with more stuff, more tasks, more distractions, Stoicism teaches us the power of simplicity. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, believed that true wealth isn't found in accumulating things, but in eliminating what doesn't serve you. By practicing minimalism, you can create space in your life for what truly matters. Let's be honest. How many of us feel weighed down by clutter? Whether it's piles of paperwork, a crowded inbox, or an overflowing calendar, it's easy to get lost in the noise of life. The more we accumulate, physically, mentally, and emotionally, the more distracted we become. But the Stoics knew that living a simple life was the key to peace and clarity. So how do you start practicing minimalism in your life? First, take a look around you. Start small, maybe it's cleaning out your desk or organizing your closet. Look at everything and ask yourself, does this add value to my life? If the answer is no, it's time to let it go. The same goes for your digital space. Declutter your phone, delete apps you don't use, and unsubscribe from email lists that add unnecessary noise to your day. Next, consider your time. How much of it do you waste on things that aren't contributing to your growth or happiness? The Stoics understood that time is our most valuable resource, and they didn't waste it on trivial matters. Take a close look at how you're spending your time each day. Are you scrolling mindlessly through social media or watching TV for hours? Try cutting back on those distractions and focus on activities that bring you closer to your goals. Whether it's working on a skill, spending quality time with loved ones, or reflecting on your personal growth, your time should be spent wisely. Lastly, minimalism isn't just about getting rid of physical or mental clutter. It's about simplifying your life so that you can focus on what truly matters. Ask yourself, what are my core values? What is my purpose? Once you've identified what's most important to you, everything else becomes easier to let go of. By practicing minimalism, you clear the path for personal growth, deeper relationships, and a life that's more aligned with your true self. In 2025, let's commit to living with intention. Simplify your life, eliminate the excess, and focus on what truly adds value. You'll be amazed at how much more room you'll have for growth, happiness, and success. Habit number 7. Learn from setbacks. Life doesn't always go according to plan. In fact, setbacks and failures are a part of everyone's journey. But what if I told you that these moments of disappointment could actually be some of your greatest teachers? The Stoics believed that every failure, no matter how painful, holds a lesson. And if you can learn from these lessons, you'll come out stronger on the other side. Take Marcus Aurelius, for example. As a Roman emperor, he faced countless challenges, wars, betrayals, personal losses. But instead of allowing these setbacks to define him, he used them as opportunities to grow. In his meditations, Marcus often reflected on how setbacks were not things to avoid but situations to learn from. He understood that life would throw curveballs, but how he responded to them was entirely within his control. Now, let's talk about how you can apply this to your own life. The next time you face a setback, whether it's a job loss, a failed project, or a broken relationship, don't see it as the end. Instead, see it as an opportunity to learn. Ask yourself, what went wrong? What can I do differently next time? What can I take away from this experience to avoid repeating the same mistakes? This approach requires a shift in perspective. Instead of focusing on the pain of the failure, focus on the growth that can come from it. Remember, Stoicism teaches us that external events are beyond our control, but how we interpret and respond to those events is where our true power lies. To make this habit a part of your daily life, start by reflecting on your failures. When something goes wrong, don't just brush it off or pretend it didn't matter. Take a moment to really look at what happened, without judgment. Write it down in a journal. Try to identify patterns in your mistakes and think about what you can do better moving forward. And here's the thing, this practice doesn't just apply to big failures. It can be small setbacks too. Maybe you didn't get a response to an email, or your workout routine didn't go as planned. Instead of letting these little things frustrate you, use them to improve. Over time, this will change the way you view challenges and setbacks. By consistently learning from your setbacks, you'll start to see failure not as something to fear, but as a valuable tool in your personal growth. And when you look back on your journey in 2025, you'll realize that every failure was just a stepping stone on the path to reinvention. Habit number 8. Learn from setbacks. Life isn't always smooth sailing. In fact, most of the time, it's filled with unexpected bumps, challenges, and setbacks. But here's the thing, setbacks don't define us. they refine us. One of the most powerful Stoic habits you can develop is the ability to learn from setbacks, no matter how big or small. Think about a time when something didn't go your way. Maybe you failed at a job interview, lost a business deal, or had a personal relationship fall apart. It's easy to get discouraged, to feel like giving up or questioning your worth. But in those moments, the Stoics would encourage you to take a step back and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, view it as a valuable lesson. Take the example of Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers. Throughout his life, he faced constant challenges, wars, betrayals, and personal loss. Yet, rather than allowing these setbacks to break him, he used them to reflect on his purpose and improve himself. He often wrote in his journal about how difficulties were simply opportunities to practice patience, resilience, and wisdom. So, how can you apply this to your own life? The next time you face a setback, resist the urge to get frustrated or angry. Instead, take a moment to breathe and ask yourself these two questions. What went wrong? And what can I do better next time? This isn't about self-blame, it's about self-awareness. It's about taking responsibility for the things you can control and letting go of what you can't. For example, if you didn't get that promotion you were hoping for, instead of dwelling on the disappointment, think about the skills you can improve or the experiences you can gain. Maybe it's about enhancing your communication skills or taking on more leadership roles. Whatever it is, view each setback as a stepping stone to greater self-improvement. The Stoics believed that our greatest strength comes from our ability to rise after we fall. They didn't see setbacks as failures. They saw them as the universe's way of teaching us something valuable. So, when you face a challenge, don't let it knock you down for good. Embrace it, learn from it, use it to become a better, stronger version of yourself. Remember, the path to reinvention in 2025 isn't about avoiding failure. It's about learning to grow through it. The more you practice this habit, the more resilient you'll become, and the more you'll be able to turn setbacks into powerful opportunities for growth. Habit number 9. Be intentional with your time. In today's world, time is one of our most valuable resources. Yet, we often let it slip away without thinking twice. Stoicism teaches us the importance of being intentional with how we use our time. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful Stoics, constantly reminded himself of the preciousness of time. He said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This idea may seem simple, but it's a powerful reminder that every moment counts. When we don't manage our time, distractions take over. We find ourselves scrolling endlessly through social media, watching shows, or just getting lost in thought. The problem is, once time is gone, it's gone forever. So how can we fix this? It starts by getting clear on our priorities and making sure that the actions we take align with those priorities. One simple way to start is by adopting the practice of time blocking. This means setting aside specific blocks of time for specific tasks. For example, you can set a 30-minute block in the morning to plan your day, another block in the afternoon to work on your most important task, and a block at night to reflect on your progress. Time blocking helps you focus, stay organized, and avoid wasting time on tasks that don't contribute to your bigger goals. Another great Stoic technique is the practice of daily reflection. Before you go to bed, take a few minutes to look back on how you spent your day. Ask yourself, did I use my time wisely? Did I waste moments that could have been used for something better? This is not about being hard on yourself, but rather about being aware of how you're using your time, so you can make improvements moving forward. By being intentional with your time, you're creating space for growth. You're not letting the day control you, you're taking charge. This is how Stoics lived. They were mindful of the present and didn't allow distractions to steer them off course. So, next time you're tempted to waste time, remember, every moment you waste is a moment you'll never get back. Think about your long-term goals and ask yourself, how can I make this moment count? By doing this every day, you'll begin to reinvent yourself and live a life that is intentional, meaningful, and aligned with your true purpose. Habit number 10. Help others selflessly. In 2025, one of the most powerful ways to reinvent yourself is by making a positive impact on the people around you. Stoicism teaches us that we should live in harmony with others and contribute to the well-being of society. This means helping others not for personal gain, but because it's the right thing to do. It's a habit that not only makes a difference in someone else's life, but also helps you grow as a person. Imagine this: you're having a tough day. The weight of life's challenges feels overwhelming. But then you help someone else. Maybe it's something small, holding the door open for a stranger, offering a listening ear to a friend, or volunteering your time at a local charity. That simple act of helping shifts your focus from your own struggles to something bigger. You see that by contributing to someone else's life, you can find meaning and purpose even in difficult times. The Stoics believe that true fulfillment doesn't come from material wealth or recognition, but from serving others without expecting anything in return. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, spent much of his life focused on the welfare of others. Despite being an emperor, he constantly reminded himself to serve his people with humility and compassion. His philosophy was simple: the good of the whole is more important than the good of the individual. You don't have to be an emperor to follow this practice. Helping others can be as simple as checking in on a neighbor, mentoring someone at work, or giving your time to a cause you care about. These small, consistent acts of kindness not only make a difference in the world, but they also shape you into a stronger, more resilient person. And here's the best part: helping others actually helps you. It builds your character, strengthens your empathy, and gives you a sense of fulfillment that material possessions can never offer. When you help someone without expecting anything back, you create positive energy that benefits both you and the person you're helping. It's a win-win. So, as you work on reinventing yourself in 2025, make it a habit to put others first. Whether it's a kind word, a small act of generosity, or a larger commitment to volunteering, helping others will transform you from the inside out. It's one of the most rewarding habits you can adopt, and it's guaranteed to make your journey of reinvention meaningful and worthwhile. To truly reinvent yourself in 2025, embracing these 10 Stoic habits is the key. It's not about drastic overnight changes, but about small, consistent actions that compound over time. By mastering your mindset, building unbreakable habits, and prioritizing your growth, you'll be better equipped to face life's challenges with resilience, clarity, and purpose. Remember, Stoicism isn't just a philosophy. It's a way of life that can guide you toward becoming the best version of yourself. So, which habit will you start with today? Take the first step toward your transformation. Share your thoughts and plans in the comments below. I'd love to hear what changes you're excited to make. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who could benefit from a little Stoic wisdom. Here's to a powerful and purposeful 2025. Keep growing, stay strong, and remember, the journey of reinvention starts now.